Here in the clear, just think how long we both were living in fear. Can you remember how it even would feel? Now we finally broke through to today, and each day we take and build upon in whole different ways. Bring on the hell and pain if that's what it takes. And now that I found you,
Hi, my name is Megha Ravishankar, the Vice President of Membership here at the Phi Chi Theta Professional Business Fraternity. I'm so excited to be here with you all today and get to know you throughout this rush process. To start off, I'd like to welcome you to our Phi Chi Theta Information Night. Today is a great opportunity for you to get to know more about what we have to offer, from our rush process to pledgeship to our internal groups and finally the amazing family we've built here at PCT. So without further ado, I'd like to introduce you to our president, Iman Zargar.
Hey everyone, welcome to Phi Chi Theta's Info Night. My name is Iman Zargar. I am currently a junior studying accounting and finance with a minor in computer science. I just finished my semester abroad, and that brings me to my 5th semester in PCT, and I'm so excited and grateful to serve as the president for this year. I know that this whole process can be really overwhelming, but our goal with Info Night is to really make sure that the information is digestible, that you guys are all comfortable with our content, and that the whole process is really welcoming for each and every one of you. We're excited to see what you bring to the table. And with that, I wanted to start off with a little bit of advice, whether that be for your college experience or for this rush process specifically, and that advice is to really enjoy the process. A lot of times life will throw you into circumstances where you might still be holding yourself back, and it's really important to take on those challenges headstrong because you're never going to feel 100% ready, but what's really important is that you enjoy the process as you're getting to whatever your final destination might be. And that entire theme is what's really encapsulated in our rush theme this year, and that is that it starts here. We're excited to see what your journey might be throughout PCT since it does start here. With that, I wanted to touch on why I'm involved in PCT in the first place and what brought me into the organization. I can easily say that what brings me in is the fact that each member is intrinsically motivated to take on their own passionate projects as well as personal and professional projects, and that could be things like starting their own company or building a car or photography and travel and music and art, whatever it might be, really taking on those projects and investing their time and energy into it. And I found that that was an environment that I wanted to surround myself with in order to take on my own passion projects, whether that be illustrating a book or starting my own virtual art gallery or starting a service project in Mombasa and Nairobi, Kenya. Getting to do experiences like this and being surrounded in an environment where other people are doing the same really inspires me to keep doing what they're doing and keep doing what I'm doing as well and enjoying that process. That being said, the same innovation that comes with each of our members to work on their internal and personal projects is the same kind of innovation that gets to be fed into our internal groups in PCT. We see a lot of our brothers put in time and energy into their own personal projects, but we see the same thing as they give back to the organization as a whole. And we see that with the innovative 3 internal groups that we currently have, that being PC Tech, the Iris Investing Group, as well as our internal consulting group. All three of these will be explained in further detail by some of our brothers later on in Info Night, but until then, it's good to know that each one of these are a great stepping stone to play around and get your hands dirty with some new skills to put into your career. As an accounting major, I can't leave you without a handful of statistics. The national average for placement into full-time jobs out of senior year is about 81%, and the national average for internships out of junior year is about 35%. And we're proud to say that our brothers have 100% placement in both these categories. That being said, we're really excited to welcome you into our rush process, and we can't wait to see what this organization can do for you and what kind of mark you leave on the organization. We're so excited, we can't wait. Enjoy the process because it starts here.
As John mentioned, we truly believe that all your paths start here at Phi Chi Theta. Now to introduce one of our new initiates, Brandon Schnack.
Hi everyone, my name is Brandon Schnack and I'm a sophomore from Wheaton, Illinois. I was part of the pledge class of fall 2021 and I'm the current Vice President of External Affairs for PCT. So I just wanted to start by saying that I know you guys are probably nervous. I'm nervous right now. A lot of other active members are feeling a lot of, overwhelming emotions, and that's totally okay. That's kind of part of the process and that's totally normal. But there should also be a lot of excitement around PCT because it's such an amazing organization. So with that, I'm going to kind of briefly cover some of the things that I love about PCT by sharing my, personal experiences. So I wanted to start by saying that PCT, unlike any other experience in college, will uniquely help you in your professional development. So a little bit of background on myself. I came into college not really knowing what my career interests were, not really knowing what career path I wanted to, take over the next 4 years. I liked I liked math. I was good at math, so I figured accounting might be, an appropriate path for me, but I didn't really know. And I was curious to learn more, I guess. So I rushed PCT with some of my friends in the fall, obviously accepted my bid, and my life has completely changed for the better after accepting my bid with PCT. So after the first week, I remember we did resume reviews and we did a LinkedIn workshop. A lot of you guys maybe don't know what LinkedIn is. I certainly didn't, and that's perfectly okay. But basically after the first week, I already felt more prepared to take on the corporate world and navigate, all the recruiting and internship processes. And I just felt more prepared about, going into college and what career interests might fit best with my skill set and passions. I also mentioned being the VP of External Affairs. So with that, I'm organizing events with corporate sponsors and planning professional workshops for our members. And it's really come full circle for me because during my pledge semester, I attended all these events and started to learn more about what careers might interest me. So it's really come full circle and I'm really able to give back to something that, really I took from during my pledge semester. So that's been really cool. But I think something that, maybe even more important than those recruiting events is just the casual conversations that you get to have with PCT members throughout your time here. I'll always remember sitting at the Ike at the caffeinator with a member named Rudra, and he sat me down and we went through my four-year plan where he told me, what courses to take, what internships might be good for me, and he was just super helpful. And I could tell there was a, genuine, he had a genuine, opportunity to help me develop professionally, and he just really wanted to help me and aid in that development, and that was really cool to be a part of. Everyone here is willing to help you. I'm going through a recruiting process right now, and I'm constantly texting PCT members, what the recruiting process is like, what questions are they gonna ask you. I'm obviously super nervous about it, but they're really helping me kind of navigate that process, and everyone here is willing to help you. And that kind of leads to my next point, in that there's a huge sense of family and community in PCT, and that makes this organization so amazing. So going back to my pledge semester, the first week I went to Biz Bowl practice, and Biz Bowl is a flag football tournament between the other business fraternities. And I show up to practice. Another cool thing about pledge semester is that everyone knows your name. So you're kind of like a celebrity in the organization. Everyone knows your name. Everyone really wants to get to know you. So I showed up to practice and I immediately knew I had 15 new friends on campus. This campus is so big, and I know I personally felt a need to make it smaller, I guess. And I think it further helps when you surround yourself with people who try to make the lives around them better. So PCT is such a diverse community, right? Everyone has diverse experiences and backgrounds. I've met so many people that I probably never would have met without being in PCT. And everyone wants to be your friend and everyone wants to get to know you. During your pledge semester, you'll have coffee chats with active members. I played Mario Kart with a senior who recently graduated. I think someone else in my pledge class baked cookies. You'll hear about organizing basketball games with other PCT members, or hanging out at BIF tables, or texting everyone trying to get in the same classes for next semester. There's just this huge sense of family and community in this organization, and I'm just so happy to be a part of it. So that kind of concludes, that's totally not a comprehensive list of all the things that I love about PCT, but it's two things that I really wanted to touch on and emphasize because they've been so personally important to me. I wish someone told me this during my rush process, so I'm going to tell it to you right now. Just be yourself. There's so many great people in this organization, and everyone has cool experiences to share and great accomplishments, but in no way should that take away from the things you've gone through. Just be confident in yourself. We're just here to get to know you and to be your friend. Really, there's no pressure. We just want to get to know you. So with that, I hope you rush PCT, and welcome to PCT Info Night.
Brandon highlights something really important in his speech: the fact that PCT members stay so invested in your growth even after pledgeship. That's why so many of our members cherish our 3 internal groups: ICG Consulting, Iris Investing, and PC Tech. Today, you'll get to hear from 3 members who have had great experiences in these roles.
Hi everyone, I hope you're all having a great evening. To briefly introduce myself, my name is Pooja and I'm a current junior in accounting. I joined PCT in the spring of 2021, and I'll be introducing PCT's first internal group, which is ICG, its internal consulting group. To start off, I'll talk a little bit about when I joined U of I, and I was a nervous freshman who didn't have any friends and didn't know what I was wanting to do. I decided to go with business as my major just because there was no classes on Fridays, and what's better than that? And I ended up going with accounting thinking I was going to be an auditor or go into tax, but ICG completely changed my entire career path. To start off, I'll talk a little bit about the project that I was first staffed on, which was a marketing project for U of I's sports team. This was perfect for me because I am an avid social media, specifically TikTok user. And I was able to gain so many valuable skills from this project, such as research skills, presentation skills, communication, which I'm all very transferable to so many different organizations, classes, as well as my current career path. As the president of the Sustainability and Business Organization, vice president of my dance team, and managing partner of a consulting org on campus, I can definitely thank PCT and specifically ICG for all the skills that I learned, as well as the leadership skills that I gained to get me through these positions. I also want to touch on the community aspect of these internal groups. ICG allowed me to find a smaller, tight-knit family within the larger organization where I felt a lot more comfortable finding my mentors, peers, and people that I could rely on for anything. Take Maya, for example. I was ICG co-director with Maya, and that's how I met her. Before ICG, I did not know much about Maya, and now I consider her to be one of my closest friends. So if any of you resonate with anything about how I felt when I was a freshman and you are unsure about what you want to do, definitely join a business frat, especially PCT, where you are able to find smaller families and explore different career paths through the internal groups. I hope you have a great rest of your evening and good luck with the rest of the rush process.
Hi, my name is Jenny and I'm a senior studying computer science. I am the current director of PC Tech, our second internal group. So you might be wondering what an engineer is doing in a business fraternity. The reason I joined PCT was because I wanted to find this community on campus, and I found that there were so many different kinds of majors within PCT. So I was encouraged to run for PC Tech Director. What I really wanted to do was amalgamate the different disciplines of business and engineering and really provide the opportunity for a development team to work with product managers, project managers, software developers, and business and data analysts. One of the best events that I remember organizing in my past term as PC Tech Director was the How to Ace the Coding interview workshop hosted by Lam Tran and Zach Plumley, two of our very notable alumni. And through this workshop, I really gained this insight into the fact that these interview processes are very accessible to gain help from, and that success is possible for someone like me. And that event really changed my life because it put me on this trajectory of mentorship with Zach and Lam. Fast forward to the biggest interview of my life, the night before, Zach interviewed me, and the confidence I gained from that interview is what really landed me that internship the next day, and that turned into a full-time offer. And this is now my dream company. So I would like to say that the story ends here, but the best part about PCT is the fact that they've inspired me to really pay it forward. So now I've been an ELA for Engineering 100, and I've been inspired to come back as PC Tech Director and really restart the dev team, put on relevant events for people who are in the same position that I was, and to once again pay it forward. So I hope you join PCT, and I hope you consider PC Tech because it has really entirely changed my life. So good luck with the rush process.
Hey everyone, my name's Evan Waller. I'm currently a senior studying finance, and I dabble with computer science in my free time. But today I'm going to be talking to you about the final internal group that PCT has to offer, and that is Iris Investing. There's a lot of cool facets that come with Iris Investing. The first one being, if you know absolutely nothing, which is exactly the situation that I was in my freshman year, if you know nothing about investing, or maybe you already know a little bit, anyone is able to join Iris once you're within PCT. And it's a great way to just start and build that foundation, or maybe just touch up on a few things that maybe you had forgotten. And so Iris sort of takes you from that base understanding to maybe a little bit more of a complex view of, per se, industry screening, or whether you're performing evaluation on a stock. But the nice part about it is that you have this constant support from older kids who maybe have done internships or are now working or have worked within some of the within the financial industry. And so you get this great resource of help from other kids as well within PCT. And the other kicker is that we have a portfolio that at the end of the semester we hold a competition, or not really a competition, but a pitch. Pitch is a better word for it, to where you get to have a say over what our portfolio has inside of it. So whether you want to redistribute, add a stock, subtract an asset off, whatever it may be, you can have an actual say in that. So if you're interested in something like Iris, we highly recommend that once you're within PCT, you give me a call and we can talk shop. So I hope you have a great time rushing PCT. Have a wonderful evening.
Now that you've heard from our 3 internal groups, let's move on to something that PCT holds at the utmost importance: diversity and inclusion. On that note, I'm happy to introduce our D&I chair, Samari Meeks.
Hi everyone, my name is Samari Meeks, and I am Diversity and Inclusion Chair of Phi Chi Theta Professional Business Fraternity. Being in PCT has taught me what true professionalism is, and it has helped me become an overachiever. So before I joined PCT, I did not have a LinkedIn. I hated networking, and I certainly didn't know how to do it the right way. Now that I'm in PCT, I have access to great resources and an even better community. So now that I'm D&I chair, I look forward to helping PCT become a more equitable organization. I know that there's no such thing as too much diversity, equity, and inclusion, and so I'm happy to be hosting cultural events, workshops, and collaborating with other organizations on campus to ensure that we meet our goals for this semester. So thank you all for rushing PCT, and good luck during the process.
Thank you so much, Samari. Now to introduce our alumni speaker, Zach Plumley, a 2022 graduate and a current employee at Meta.
Hi, everyone. Just to do a little intro on myself, My name is Zach Plumley. I graduated from Illinois this last spring with a degree in computer engineering and a minor in the Health Technology and Management program. I currently work at Meta as a software engineer, although I intend on going to law school next fall to study corporate law and work with startups. In regard to PCT, I've kind of held positions across the board, including Vice President Internal, Brotherhood Chair, and PC Tech Director, just to name a few. When I was reached out to about doing the alumni speech, I really wanted to give you guys something tangible. So I thought back to my own Rush experience. When I rushed the business frats, my favorite question to ask really everyone was, why PCT? Why PGN? Why AK Psi? Why did you join this frat over the others? And a lot of the time I got the same answer about the people. Oh, I really vibe with the people in this one. And to be fair, it's a valid answer. I give the answer too, but now that I have the time to elaborate a little bit, I'm going to. So in this speech, I'm going to answer those two questions for you guys. One, why did I join PCT? And two, why is the answer to that question the people? And to answer that question, I'm going to tell you the story about how several PCT members tricked me into doing a 10-mile hike. So during my junior year, PCT was doing one of its many trips. For this one, a bunch of juniors and I went to the Smoky Mountains. It was a blast. And for one of the days, my friend Rachel planned a little 4-mile hike up to a waterfall. It was just going to be 2 miles up. We walk around a little bit, see the waterfall, then go back down and really just spend the rest of the day relaxing, sitting in the hot tub, maybe having a few drinks. And we were all very excited for that. So that day comes and we set off on our hike. And it's a fun little hike, right? We walk up, we chat, we get to the waterfall, take some pictures. It's a good time. And then Rachel suggests we go a little bit further, because why not? And, we'd all been having a good time. So we say, sure, let's go. So we walk maybe another half mile up. And some of us say, hey, Rachel, when are we going to turn around? And she turns around and says, we're not. And at this point, if I had been with really any other group of people, I would have been like, screw that. I'm going to go back down and hang out at the hot tub. But because this was PCT, no one backed down. And really everyone was game to finish the hike. And for those that did want to turn back, they got peer pressured into doing it. So we all walked up and did this 10-mile hike. And at the end of the day, it was an amazing time. A lot of us had on regular sneakers, myself included, and it was also a pretty muddy hike. So there was a lot of slipping and sliding. And Jack, who Jack graduated with me, he had asthma. And so he was kind of huffing and puffing in the back the whole time. But we all kept each other company and we made it to the top. And we also took some cute pictures. And later that day, we did end up making it to the hot tub. So what's my point? What was the point of the story? The reason I told the story is because, one, it's a fun little story, but mainly because I think it reveals something deeper about PCT and its members. What unifies PCT isn't the fact that we're a business frat. And don't get me wrong, we're an amazing business frat, but that's not why we do it. That's not what brings PCT together. PCT is a great business frat as a result of what PCT believes in. And what we believe in, what every member of PCT that you're going to meet throughout this rush cycle believes in, is in being a family that, one, likes to have fun, and two, pushes one another. That's what we believe in, and that's what we do day in and day out. So to speak on each of those beliefs a little bit, in regard to fun, most of my best experiences in college belong to PCT, whether it was one of PCT's many semiformals, in barn dances, playing in baseball, going stargazing, or even getting my head shaved off for pledge auction. In regard to pushing one another, I can firmly say that without a doubt, I don't think I would have gotten into T&M, nor would I have gotten my job at Meta, or really any of my other offers if it weren't for PCT. But what I want to touch on most is family. Personally, family is not a word that I like to use lightly. I was in a lot of clubs and organizations in college, and they had some great friend groups. But right here, this is a family. That's why when I'm talking about PCT, I'm not talking about some org that I was in college. PCT is still something that I'm actively a part of. It's a family that I'm still in. And if you need examples, my roommate is in PCT. One of my direct coworkers is in PCT. My friend group is in PCT. My travel buddies for Colorado, Florida, Europe, both times that I went are in PCT. It's a family that I sincerely believe I'll be in for life. So to answer the question of why PCT, I'll repeat what I said earlier. I joined PCT because of a belief. I believe in having fun and pushing myself and my friends really at anything and everything that I do. And I found a family on campus that stood for exactly that. So to kind of wrap up the speech, I'd like to say this. If you believe in family, if you believe in having fun, if you believe in pushing yourself and those around you, this is the place for you. With that being said, I wish everyone the best of luck with Rush, and please feel free to reach out if you have any questions. All right, have a good one, everyone. Bye.
Thank you so much for sharing your story, Zach, and continuing to be such a great member of our PCT family, even post-graduation. Now, I'm thrilled to introduce Devika Prasad, our senior speaker, who has had an amazing impact on PCT.
I am gonna be so for real with you right now. It is absolutely surreal for me to be standing here in front of you guys tonight. Mostly because I so vividly remember being you. I remember 3 years ago, sitting in my chair in Rollers Hall, managing my winter coat with my uncomfortable new suit, completely overwhelmed out of my depth. Info Night Week in general is kind of a blur. You meet a ton of incredible people from all across campus, trying to show you just how incredible they are. But I still remember my rush semester, my senior speaker for PCT was Kayla Santucci. I remember her energy, her passion. I remember how much she made me want to be a part of Phi Chi Theta. So I definitely have some pretty big shoes to fill here tonight, but I will do my best. My name is Devika Prasad, and I pledged PCT in the spring of 2020. I'm currently a senior majoring in computer science and minoring in the HEF Technology Management program. Throughout college, I've been involved with Engineering Council, the Engineering 100 program, and the T&M Student Board. For the past year, I've been doing research in natural language processing with robotics through the Amazon Alexa SimBot Challenge. And I've also had the privilege of interning at Motorola Solutions, Apple, and Facebook. But when I rushed, I knew nothing about nothing. I've always been pretty school oriented, and I had a small friend group. I had people I would study with, hang out with. But U of I is such a dauntingly large school that it can feel super isolating in that sense. I was really looking for a community of people I could walk around campus and recognize, people I could have fun with who shared my ambitions and my interests. And PCT was exactly that. To this day, some of the best memories from my college experience were from my pledge semester. Just because that kind of instant belonging, that joy is so hard to beat. But if you were paying attention, you might remember that I pledged in the spring of 2020. So come March 13th, and we all got sent home for the longest spring break of our lives. None of you need me to explain how difficult COVID was, but I'll speak for myself. I'm an only child. I was home with my parents who were super strict, super COVID cautious, and I ended up staying home for the fall 20 semester as well. I was super lonely, and if it wasn't for the community I had just built the semester before, I would have been so lost. It was that energy, that drive, that community engagement, those Tuesday night game nights, and my lovely roommates who you might have met tonight. Without that, I'm not sure if I could have gotten out of that period of my life with all of my sanity still intact. That same semester, I got an email that I was 95% sure was fake or a scam, because in my sophomore brain, there was absolutely no way Apple wanted to interview me for a PM internship. I'd only really applied for PM positions because of my experience in the PC Tech dev team, so I had no idea what I was doing or how to prepare. In this complete whirlwind of insecurity and anxiety, my grounding instinct was to reach out to my pledge mentor, DFW, or David Fernandez Wang. I quadruple texted him in a panic, like, I don't know what to do, how do I prepare, how do I do this? And he responded immediately with a list of books, articles, resources, and a gracious offer to mock interview me. The issue was my interview was scheduled for the next day, but that wasn't a problem for DFW. He said, okay, let's hop on a Zoom call tonight. We hopped on a Zoom call, it went great, I felt so much better afterwards. But little did I know, DFW had been spending his semester in Spain. So during that call, it was 3 a.m. for him. But that's just the kind of thing that your PCT brothers will do for you. When I somehow got the internship, he was one of the first people I texted, and he was so open with his pride. I think that's a sign of one of the craziest parts of this organization. And that is that every single person is so invested in you and seeing you succeed. There's not a single person in this organization that I would even hesitate in reaching out to with any question I have. And with the wealth of knowledge that we have in PCT, there's someone for anything. Any question I have, there's someone to ask. And it's a cycle of giving too. When you're a pledge, you have these mentors and they'll help you out and figure out the toughest parts of things you're going through. And then, you go out, you do things yourself, and you come back and return that knowledge to the next generation. When I was at Facebook this past summer, and I was freaking out at rumors of tech recessions and layoffs and rescinded return offers, it was my PCT alumni brothers, Lamb, Zach, and Spencer, who I could get lunch with. They would reassure me, give me a place to vent. And then when I turned 21 in a new city where I barely knew anyone, these were the brothers that bought me my birthday cake. They threw me a rooftop party. My PCT brothers are my family, my roommates, my best friends, my travel buddies, my co-directors. They're my people. But I want to make sure I'm not getting one thing across the wrong way. PCT is not a safety net. It's a slingshot. PCT will aim you, prepare you. It is a community of people who unequivocally have your back. They see the potential in you, and they'll help you prepare. They'll help you set your goals, set your sights. They'll help you prepare, build your skills. They'll maximize that elastic potential, and they'll double and triple that potential they saw you come in with. And then, when you're ready, they'll help you launch. And with that kind of preparation and support, there's nothing to do but soar. I would not be half the person I am today if it wasn't for PCT. And I'm so excited for you all to learn a little bit more about us. Thank you so much for hearing me out tonight. I look forward to meeting some of you throughout the rush process.
On behalf of everyone in PCT, thank you so much for coming out to our information night. It really means a lot for us to share our experiences with you. Directly following this event, we'll be having a networking session with a link in the description below. We'll be having 3 different breakout rooms, each 10 minutes each, which you can join. In addition, if you do not get all of your questions answered, our active member Coyote will be doing an Instagram takeover tomorrow. Finally, we'll be having an in-person Meet the Bros event where you can continue to network and learn more about PCT, and we can learn more about you. In terms of final reminders, please fill out our PCT interest form. Also follow our website and our Instagram for more rush details, and also click on the link in the QR code to sign up for a first round interview on Monday. Thank you so much again for coming. It all starts here.
Here